you can score a point on her? Going to 11, how many you get?
6. Personally, if we go to 11, I'm getting like 13.
No, you're not. I'm getting guard her.
I can score at least one.
I love the confidence.
Yeah,
I love the confidence.
to say that.
I can have
That's all you can do. You can only try. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But we know.
You think
4 would be like 8 to 11. Me.
5, huh?
I get ball first.
You get ball first. She does get ball first.
Not just get back. And you
So-
could say, but that's gonna be your time. Like that's gonna be your period, which is fine. I'm not saying I'm gonna go scoreless, but 8 to 11, I feel like it's pretty solid. So what do you think it'll be, Josh? Don't piss me off. Do not piss me off.
I was just about to violate this. I'm about to say,
Right.
man, probably like 11 too.
You're sick. You're sick.
Nah, I'll say like a good 11.
Three or four. There you go. Cutting the lead down to 7. Ooh, deeper. Come on now. Hey, easy. Cutting the lead down to 7. Ooh, deeper. Come on now. Hey, easy.
Close the distance. Left hard. Level change. Left hard. LT, level change. There you go. Left hard. Level change.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, and verse 7, it reads, "Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered." All right, and I read this scripture, you know what I'm saying, because, these women are the weaker vessel, but this world would have you to believe, all right, and even got them believing on some level, all right, that they're equal to men and in some cases above men, all right, that elevated mind. But, the scripture just said the weaker vessel, all right. So before I continue, I'd like to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone who teach this 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect that be in the house of David. All right, today is April the 21st, year 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance. All right, the our being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through the seed of our fathers. All right, as well as judgment and destruction to the so-called self-proclaimed white nation. All right, which they're not white, they're red. And according to the Bible, their identity is the red Hebrew Edomites. All right, our wicked, evil brothers, all right, from the womb. But this lesson is going to be pretty much dealing with, again, the elevated mindset that these women embody over here, all right, in Babylon the Great especially. You know what I'm saying? I just showed you a couple of brief clips, and it's just, it's a small, inkling into how the average woman really, truly thinks out here. And this ain't for the elect sisters, all right? This ain't that y'all. This at these worldly bitches out here, all right, who've been taken by the Jeremiah 31 and verse 22 spirit. All right, let me read that right quick. Jeremiah chapter 31 excuse me, in verse 22, it say, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, had created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. All right. Now, it ain't to say, you know what I'm saying, on the sports level, because that's what I showed you some clips of, all right? If you get a, you know what I'm saying, one of these well-trained female athletes, you know what I'm saying, on a high level, all right, you know, and you got a YMCA Joe out there trying to compete with him, all right, that shit could go either way, all right? The woman could win depending on, you know what I'm saying, her skill level and his lack thereof. All right, but for the most part, when you're in physical combat and, you know what I'm saying, just physical activity in itself, if the man has any kind of, you know what I'm saying, if it's level in any kind of way, the man is going to win, all right? The only way the woman is going to beat the man is if she's been trained extensively by, you know what I'm saying, more than likely other men, all right? And she didn't got her professional or her, you know, her amateur or whatever she rank she is, she didn't got her shit leveled up, all right? And then she can compete against a man. But, you know, it's men that can just walk off the street and, depending on the particular sport, all right, dominate these women, all right? And these women know that, all right? I showed you a couple of clips. All right, they showed the first one, Juju Watkins, all right, the female basketball phenom. Well, she nice with it. She's a very good basketball player for a young lady. All right, I've seen her play before, and she will bust a lot of niggas' ass on the court. But you know what I'm saying, size make fights, and she's not a very big woman, all right, at all. And if you had any size, and you had any, you know, wits about you on the court, you would know how to stop her. It wouldn't be hard. All right, and then following her, who you have, Asia Wilson. She's supposed to be the best female basketball player on the planet. All right, two-time WNBA MVP. You know what I'm saying? She done won championships, I think, in college and in the professional ranks. So she's the criteria. All right, the creme de la creme of the league, pretty much. All right, then you got another individual from the real NBA, the men's league. All right, Josh Hart. And she's thinking she could beat him. All right, it was just madness. All right, Asia Wilson. Let's just get their body sizes right quick, 1 second. All right, so this is Asia Wilson right here. All right, she's 28 years old. All right, she's 6'4", 195. So she's a big woman. All right, much bigger than you know what I'm saying, the average man out here. All right, but she's 6'4", 195. All right, you know, and this is her right here. You know what I'm saying? It's her build, all right? She's not muscular at all right? She's built like a tall woman, all right? Now let's look at Josh Hart, all right? This is an NBA player, all right? Now let's go to him now. All right, so this is Josh Hart right here. All right, he's 6'4", 215, all right? But listen, even though they might be the same height as far as it's listed, but that 215 on a man is completely different, all right, than a 215 on a woman, and she ain't even 215. She's, you know what I'm saying, she giving up. Well, she 195, so she giving up what, about 20 pounds or so. All right, but she thinks she could beat him. All right, which she can't. All right, she's gonna be real. All right, and he's not even a I mean, he's in the NBA, don't get me wrong, but he ain't even a top level NBA player. He's not even an all-star level NBA player, and she's the #1 player of her league. So what does that say about, you know what I'm saying, men versus women, when the top player of your league can't even compete with one of the regular players of the men's league? All right, and we all know this. All right, it's just showing, you know, these women's mindsets. 1 second. All right, so I jump back to right here. So right where it says a new thing in earth, the woman shall compass a man. We living that out right now. These women actually think that they're more masculine and can compete with men on all different levels. All right, I showed you a clip of the military. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's these women in the army going against men in hand-to-hand combat, and he was holding back on it. He wasn't even really, you know what I'm saying, giving it to her like he could have. He was holding back, and you seen what was happening. She was getting kicked all in the side of her head, slapped to the ground, all of that shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I showed you another clip of another one of the WNBA players. I think her name is Sabrina Ionescu, something like that. But she's the team that she plays on, they won the championship this past year. Her and Brianna Stewart, they won the championship, right? So that clip that I showed you with her, all right, that was a random high school man, all right, a Filipino high school man. You can read the caption at the top. All right, and she couldn't even, you know what I'm saying, do what she do to these women against him. All right, she has to, you know, she starts trying to play physical. She's offensive fouling. All right, just showing, you know what I'm saying, these women ain't got it. All right, and because, you know, they've lived deliciously with this world, they're gonna go out with this world because, you know what I'm saying, they believe the hype that the devil sold them. All right. And these basketball bitches, you know what I'm saying? I'm just showing you this on a small inkling, you know what I'm saying? Just something small, you know. We know on a major level, all right, these women have an elevated mindset. You know, they walk with stretched forward necks and one-time eyes, especially the women of the tribes. But the American woman in herself is a proud, adulterous, harlot-ass woman, bro. All right? Physically and mentally, all right? So let me get another precept, 1 second. All right, we're going to go to 1 Corinthians chapter 11. All right, so I'm going to read a little bit of this. I'm going to start at the top. It say, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Mashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you." Verse 3, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. So that's the order. All right, it's Yahweh Shai, the Israelite man, elect man. All right, the Israelite woman, elect woman on this side, or elect man and elect woman on this side. Then, you know, then the children. All right, that's the order. All right, we jump down a bit to verse 7. It say, "For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and the glory of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua power." All right, so do you understand that? The man is the image and the glory of the Lord. He's made in, you know what I'm saying, the angels, you know what I'm saying, and the men of and Yahweh and Yahushua, they're men. All right, and he made the Israelite man in his image. All right, not no woman. They're not women. They don't have breasts. They don't have vaginas. No. All right, they're men. All right, they say, but the woman is the glory of the man. All right, so that means you're never gonna be on a man's level. All right. Verse 8, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." All right. So there you go. Let me see verse 10. "For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels." All right, but anyways, just telling you, you know, the man comes before the woman. The man is who the Lord is dealing with. The man is the strength. The man is the hedge of protection. All right, these women think because, you know, they have you know, they got that masculine shit in them that they're really on that level when they're not. All right, let me read this right here in Ecclesiasticus 36. That's Ecclesiastes. Sirach 36. Jumping down to verse 24, it say, "He," all right, that's a masculine pronoun talking about a man, "that getteth a wife," all right, that's a woman, "begetteth a possession, and a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest." All right. Verse 25, "Where no hedge is, the man is the hedge. There the possession being the woman, is spoiled." Do you understand? So the man is the protector over the woman. All right, no matter what these women think they can do, all right, they can't protect men the way men can protect women, all right? It's saying, "He that has no wife will wander up and down mourning." All right, so, you know, you got Asia, you know, Juju, all right? You know, they're women, all right? They ain't trannies and all that shit, and they look like women, all right? They ain't, you know what I'm saying, all muscular and shit like that. Their body types are that of women, and they cannot compete against men with the same body types, all right? Even men with lower body types but got skill, they couldn't compete with them, all right? But they are world-class athletes, you know what I'm saying? Give them they just doing their credit, you know what I'm saying? Can't no nigga just get up off his couch and walk into a gym and think he finna have his way with him, all right? You better have some game, all right? You better have you know, you better know how to hoop, because you'll get your ass embarrassed by some of these women out here, all right? That's like a nigga off the street that ain't never had a fight, thinking he can go in the ring and just knock out Carissa Shields. All right, even though she's a woman, hey, These women got demons on them, like Apostle Tahar said. You know, these women got demons on them, and that demon will beat your ass. All right, if you go in there half-stepping with them. All right, but just saying, if all things are equal, for the most part, you know, a man gonna be the woman. You know what I mean? It's gonna be light work too. It ain't even gonna be much of a challenge. All right. Mainly because, you know what I'm saying, physical makeup, you know what I'm saying, genetics, and just the power and the strength that a man has compared to that of a woman. But these women on this side, you know, these bitches think they Rocky Balboa. All right, they want to fight. They want to be strong, tough, independent, so on and so forth. So, you know, we're going to let them be that. You know what I'm saying? But to you sisters who follow this truth, subscribe to this truth, believe in this truth, all right, you know, this ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? This for them, again, the bold bitches. As it says right here in Sirach 22. In verse 5, it says, she that is bold dishonoreth both her father and her husband, but they both shall despise her. All right, and there's a lot of bold bitches in Babylon, bro. A lot of Rocky Balboa bitches out here, all right? Keisha, LaQuisha, LaShonda. All right, them bitches love fighting Pookie and Ray Ray. All right. So, you know, the days we're coming into known as Jacob Trouble, all right, we're going to see a lot of that. All right, and you women, you know, you want a shot at the crown. But as that old saying goes, heavy is the head that wear the crown, all right? And if you want it, we're going to see if you can, you got the neck strength to shoulder it, all right? So it's just something quick and to the point, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too deep, just some solid. I seen these clips about, you know what I'm saying, these women, all right, wanting to compete against men, thinking they better than men, can stand toe-to-toe and go blow-to-blow with men. All right, Jacob's Trouble is going to reveal all that, you know what I'm saying, that it's going to reveal all of that, you know. Going to let you get all the shit out on your chest off, Eva. All right, so that's it for the lesson, Lord willing. It was edifying. All honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders, excuse me, of the Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the Lord's elect, Kwame Yasharala, the Bible Ball, Shalom.